Greetings, Michael Tracy here, TYT. Last night I was in Vista, California for a constituent organized town hall that was held in absentia for Congressman Darrell Issa, Republican representing the area. It was a pretty interesting event in terms of how it was conducted, how it was organized. I'll have a report with footage from the event and interviews and so forth coming out relatively shortly. Just wanted to give a few thoughts on it. First, I think it's a good model of citizen action to pressure members of Congress from either party, and I've said this over and over again, to engage with their constituents. And by the way, the people at this event were almost entirely constituents of Darrell Issa's congressional district. I did not meet a single person who could be conceivably labeled an outside agitator. I didn't meet anybody who was a, quote, paid protester. Nobody was handed sacks of cash to show up to this thing. For the most part, people come out because they're on various mailing lists. They're on YouTube channels, or not YouTube channels, I'm sorry, Facebook groups, and other kind of basic organizing platforms, and come out due to that. It's not because they are party to some major conspiracy with George Soros lurking in the background, and that's why they're going to these town hall meetings in their community. People go to town hall meetings in their community because they're concerned about issues relevant to the member of Congress presides over. So that's why they were there for the most part. Maybe I missed some of the paid protesters and I didn't encounter them, but it really did not appear to me that they were present at this event. So that's just what I wanted to comment on briefly. I also want to say hello to the TYT fans who rushed up to me and had seen my previous video announcing that I was going to be going to this town hall. So hello to you. And I will be at another town hall for another flavor of what's going on tonight in San Diego, where 2 Democratic Congress people are slated to show up in person and do a town hall in a more traditional fashion. So let's see what happens there. I'm curious to know if the energy that's being expended to hold Republicans accountable will carry over to Democrats, who definitely require some accountability of their own on various issues. I don't think it should be seen as sufficient that they're coming out and saying how much they hate Trump. They should be coerced, if necessary, into putting forth a tenable agenda and doing more than just kind of feeding on the worst, on the most kind of cheap impulses of the anti-Trump base, which is especially energized. I mean, they should be expected to go beyond that, I think. So that would be my philosophy going into this current town hall meeting tonight in San Diego. If you're in the area, feel free to come out and say hello. That would be fun. I don't have the address on me at the moment. Just Google Scott Peters Town Hall, San Diego, February 22nd. It should come up. So that will do it for now. As I said, be on the lookout for the video report from yesterday's event. Should also note, just for the sake of clarity and honesty, that I've been skeptical of the efforts of aggrieved Hillary functionaries who have now ingratiated themselves into the, quote, resistance in various capacities, but there is one ex-Hillary person who did put together this website, townhallfinder.com, which makes it super easy for anybody to go and find town hall meetings in their area, which I think is a useful tool no matter what your political persuasion. So I applaud that ex-Hillary person for that one, even if I might be a little apprehensive overall about the prominent role that many ex-Hillary people are playing in the so-called resistance. And one other thing that I should note, and that which I linked an article about in the description, is that I'm all about fairness, as I'm sure my aware. So I did want to acknowledge that although Darrell Issa did not show up to the citizen organized meeting last night, he did come out of his district office earlier in the day, and I only found this out after the fact. But he did come out to engage with protesters who had shown up to his district office and been, making their presence known. And he engaged with them for approximately an hour, which I think is laudable. I think ISIS should also hold a formal town hall meeting that people can plan to come to, and that is scheduled in advance and so forth. But the fact that he didn't come out and take questions from people who are hostile to him, I think is noteworthy, and I would applaud him for that. Unfortunately, it seems like some of the questions asked of him were on sort of spurious topics, like concerned about Russia. But I'm sure there were other better questions that were asked as well. So Darrell Issa doesn't really is not looking for my adulation here, but I thought I would just make note of that in the interest of fairness. So that's about it. Maybe I'll see some of you later tonight in San Diego. If not, be well.